everyone. Thanks for coming out here today. We really do appreciate you. Thanks for your continuous support. We're here to keep you updated with the latest and most authentic happenings in our country. What we've got today is an exposure, I'll call it expose. Islamic cleric reveals here that the reason they worked against Jonathan's administration was due to the fact that Patience Jonathan made a derogatory statement or comment against the ALMAJIRIS. We all know the ALMAJIRIS that all of the states have been complaining about within the last couple of weeks, that they are being sent from the north to the east to the south, just shipping them around the countries for no reason. And we also remember that even El-Rufai has stated that he was going to jail any parents that still enroll their children into this ALMAJIRI system. So on one side, the northern governors, they are trying to stop this thing. On the other side, Islamic cleric, they are speaking something else. So we don't know who is deceiving who here. If El-Rufai actually meant what he said, or if it's the clerics here. We'll find out more details about this. But before we do, please, if you haven't yet subscribed to our channel, do click on the subscribe button down below, and don't forget to give us a thumbs up. Hit on the like button. We really do appreciate you. Thank you once again for your continuous support. So right, let's go straight into the main details of the news. We worked against Jonathan in 2015 due to Patience's derogatory comments against ALMAJIRIS, Islamic cleric. The President, National Center for Quranic Recitation, Sheikh Hassan Musa, has cautioned states against demeaning the ALMAJIRI, which he said is synonymous with northern Nigeria, expressing their preparedness to bring down any government that refuses to heed the warning. Sheikh Musa's declaration is coming against the backdrop of Niger State's government declaration that playing politics with this issue of the ALMAJIRI system, attracting derogatory comments, will be causing more harm than any good to the 19 northern states. Speaking at the flag-off and handing over of the ALMAJIRI Isolation Center at Tidun Fulani Hajj camp by the Niger State government, Sheikh Musa recalled how he and other beneficiaries of the ALMAJIRI system frustrated forces that worked against their interests in the past, bragging that the group has the power and capabilities to do and undo. Sheikh Musa said the ALMAJIRIs used their voting powers to vote out former President Goodluck Jonathan during the 2015 presidential election due to the utterances of his wife, Dame Patience, against them. The ALMAJIRIs in Nigeria, with their numerical strength, Sheikh Musa pointed out, and can subvert whatever decisions by any government that tends to run contrary to their needs and aspirations, or when any government policy is not in their favor. 16 million of us supported the APC because Dame Patience, wife of the former President Jonathan, insulted us. Though she does not understand Hausa language, the way she spoke about ALMAJIRI during the campaign for her husband's second term, we felt insulted. The Islamic cleric claimed that all the ALMAJIRIs in Nigeria took a stand due to what they felt was derogatory by Patience, and therefore agreed to mobilize against President Jonathan, and that's the only reason why they voted for President Muhammadu Buhari in the 2015 presidential election. He expressed dissatisfaction at the way the ALMAJIRIs were being handled at the various isolation centers by the northern states government, and therefore urged Niger State government to take good care of the children at the center, and after 2 weeks ensure that they are transported safely back to their respective states of origin. These children from the 25 local government councils brought to the isolation center will now be in your care. Please take adequate care of them, and after 2 weeks, take them back to their families. Their malams have released them to you, and we thank the state government for the facility made available for them. The Islamic cleric, who lamented that the ALMAJIRI of today has become a far cry from what the system was meant for and to achieve by the founder, said, Instead of acquiring Islamic education, they go about begging for alms and foods. Shekai Musa told all present during the Friday's event that Almajiris are now a menace to the government and people of northern Nigeria. In the past, Islamic education was important, but now, rather than learning, they roam about begging. It is very wrong. Meanwhile, Niger state government has called for an all-inclusive decision in handling the Almajiri system by stakeholders in the 19 northern states to end what it termed derogatory comments the system is attracting to the north. Secretary to the Niger State Government SSG and Chairman Task Force COVID-19, Alhaji Ibrahim Ahmed Matene, at the flag off, said the center was set up by the 19 northern state governors to send each of them back to their respective states of origin. We decided not to rush to return the Almajiris to their state as other northern states did. First, we consulted with their malams before bringing them here. It is clearly well-defined protocol after the government's dialogue with the malams. So, the government provided a center and put in place everything to take care of them for 2 weeks. While calling on some National Assembly members and other playing politics with the system, an age-long tradition and culture of northern Nigeria that most not term the name to consider their stand, Matene lamented that the North is being insulted because of this Almajiri thing. Matene said, the Almajiri system is a northern Nigerian phenomenon. We are not stopping the system of education, but they are everywhere at the fuel stations, restaurants, banks, ATMs, streets, not learning, and we are saying this has to stop. So, my people, this one is coming from an Islamic cleric. This one is a big statement. So he is stating here that they are the ones that actually worked against President Goodluck Jonathan, ex-president Goodluck Jonathan, during the 2015 election, which he contested against President Buhari. So PDP lost to APC. He said that they are numerous in numbers, and they gathered all their support for APC. That was why the APC won, and it was because Patience Jonathan made a derogatory statement against them. But the main thing here to me is that this man here is claiming here, this Islamic cleric is claiming here that no one can stop the system. So what is El-Rufai talking about? El-Rufai is part of the Northern Governors Forum. Is it that he just wants to give the people something to make them feel good, or he doesn't really? So these guys, they are the ones playing politics, and this Islamic cleric here is talking about the House of Assembly playing politics with their Almajiris. They are not the one playing the politics. It was El-Rufai himself that stated that whoever enrolls his or her child for Almajiri will be imprisoned. The person will face imprisonment. So all of this statement is to be directed to El-Rufai. And also, he's stating here that the main purpose of these children is not to beg around. But that's not really correct, because all what we see, all what is known about them is them, the kids, and their plates. So what is this Islamic cleric talking about? I really don't understand. He's saying that they are not taught to beg. They only just started that way of life. That initially, that was not how it was. But if that was not how it was, then they should put it in the right way and do the right thing for these little children. So, my people, that is the news reaching us at the moment. It's quite shocking, and they are saying they will work against anyone that want to work against Almajiris in the country. And you can see how powerful the northern part of the country have turned into, what President Muhammad Buhari has turned the country into. Because to be quite honest, he's the one giving them that sort of power. Because I don't think anyone can say, if President Muhammad Buhari wants to put an end to that Almajiri, there's no one that can say anyone that stops us will bring their government down. How possible is that? So food for thought, guys. So that's the news reaching us. Leave your take, leave your comment down below in the comment section, and we really do appreciate you. I want to say thank you to all of our valued subscribers. Thank you once again. Thank you so much for your support. And please, if you haven't yet subscribed, click on the subscribe button down below, and don't forget to give us a thumbs up, hit on the like button. We really do appreciate you. Till I come your way again, it's bye for now, and God bless.